How's it going, Jets fans? It's Ryan Moran here coming to you on this Thursday afternoon with another episode of Fireside Jets. Obviously, some big news earlier today is the Jets hired Nathaniel Hackett to be their offensive coordinator. It's definitely some big, exciting news, potentially for the Jets here. I think this is really a boom or bust, all or nothing type of hire for the Jets. Before we get into some of Hackett's previous work, he does have a relationship with Jets head coach Robert Saleh. The two spent 2 years together down in Jacksonville in 2015 and 16. So there is some familiarity off the bat that's already in place there with Hackett joining the Jets. Obviously, he's pretty well known for his disaster of a 15-game tenure last year with the Denver Broncos, in which he went 4-11. But I think in this case, as is, with most failed head coaches who are respected coordinators, is this a prime example of a guy who's just best suited as a coordinator. So definitely, while last year was discouraging, I think there's still some reason to have some optimism here with Hackett, as an offensive coordinator. He's still fairly young. He just turned 43 years old last month, has 20 years of coaching experience, 14 of which are in the NFL. 8 of those 14 years, he's been an offensive coordinator with 3 different teams. So even for a young coach, he's not really short on experience in any way. He's gained some, valuable years, in some really prime roles and done some good work. Obviously, his best work to most really came in 2017 with the Jags when they were the 6th ranked offense in the NFL and went to the AFC Championship game. Hackett's, pretty mostly well known to most people, really for his 3-year tenure in Green Bay with the Packers from 2019 through 21. Now, he wasn't the offensive coordinator. He was the offensive coordinator, but didn't call the plays. He was really just involved with the game plan and the red zone preparation, which is obviously, something the Jets could certainly use some help with. Alongside Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers those years, Hackett contributed to 2 top 10 offenses, 3 13-win seasons, 2 NFC Championship game appearances, and back-to-back MVPs for Aaron Rodgers, who really, gets to the main point here of the Jets now likely pursuing Aaron Rodgers, really showing their hand of him being their guy. And I think that's why this really qualifies as boom or bust type of hire. It's a home run if the Jets can land Rodgers, and, he's happy to come here knowing how highly he thinks of Hackett, how much he loves him, and, would love to have that, opportunity to really reconnect with him here in New York. But if not, there's definitely some reason for, concern. So I think that's really the main point to hit home with here. This hire really ties to, if the Jets are able to land Rodgers or not. So let's hope for that here in the future. In terms of his offensive scheme, definitely expect some similarities to what the Jets have done the last couple of years. A West Coast type of offense with the zone running scheme, which really suits perfectly for Breece Hall. And that'll be nice to really kind of continue those types of run schemes, for him moving forward. And I think with Hackett, definitely expect a run first type of approach, which really ties into, the next point. Obviously, the, hire shortly announced after Hackett this morning was Keith Carter, who will be the Jets' next run game coordinator and offensive line coach. Carter has 18 years of coaching experience, 10 of which were in the NFL. While he has no direct relationship with Hackett specifically, there are a lot of other connections here to make note of. Carter and Robert Saleh both spent 2 years together in Seattle in 2012 and 13, where they were both quality control coaches. And also, him and Matt LaFleur, obviously the LaFleur and Nathaniel Hackett connection from Green Bay. Both Carter and LaFleur spent 3 years together between both Atlanta and Tennessee. So definitely, some relationships in place there, that can kind of make this hire a bit seamless in the transition process. And, with Carter in particular, he's got 5 years. The last 5 years he spent down in Tennessee as their offensive line coach. And, in 3 of those 5 years, they had top 5 rushing attacks, 2019 through 21. And then one of the other years in 2018, they were the 7th ranked ground game in the NFL. So there's definitely some reason, for some hope there, some promise with Carter as the run game coordinator and offensive line coach. And really the last point to make note of here before we go is that Robert Saleh did meet with reporters earlier today after the Hackett hire was officially announced. And he did, still make it known that the Jets plan to hire a senior offensive assistant in, that advisory type of role, which I think is important. Someone who could also be involved with the passing game. The Jets will have to hire a wide receivers coach as well. So, we're starting to see more and more come together here for the Jets coaching staff offensively. And, it's definitely some, exciting big news here with Hackett. And let's hope that Aaron Rodgers is next year for the Jets. So hope you all enjoyed this quick episode here as we go over the Nathaniel Hackett hire for the Jets. Leave your comments, your thoughts below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with some more Fireside Jets content.